Welcome to Business Voice, a program of the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce. Each month, we'll feature business and community leaders sharing their stories, initiatives, concerns, and passions. Learn practical information regarding community resources and opportunities. Now, the host of Business Voice, Greece Regional Chamber President and CEO, Sarah Lentini.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Business Voice, a program of the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce, sponsored by Bartolomeo and Perotto Funeral Home. We have a jam-packed, very exciting show for you today, starting with my first guest, Dr. Rama Yelkur, who is the Dean and Professor of Marketing for the School of Business at the Victor E. Salerno Center for American Enterprise, all for St. John Fisher College. She's a powerhouse. Welcome, Dr. Yelkur.
Thank you so much, Sarah, for having me today.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So you have now been the Dean of the School of Business at St. John Fisher for how many years?
Almost 4 years.
Almost 4 years. I think we met when you were a little bit newer, and I can't believe it's been 4 years already. So, and I know that you've been doing exciting things, but before we get into sort of what you've been doing at St. John Fisher, tell us a little bit about your background, because you've been, in a variety of different colleges and positions right across the country.
Yes, I'll be brief. But I was the Dean of the College of Business at University in Michigan called Saginaw Valley State University prior to coming here. And one of the highlights of what I really enjoyed doing there was creating and running a endowed center for family business.
Oh, wow.
And an entrepreneurship institute. And coming to upstate New York, the college felt, as well as myself, that this might be a great niche for St. John Fisher College in this community, with so many family businesses being the backbone of our community.
Absolutely,
and so we started a family business initiative, and I'll talk a little bit more about what opportunities are there for our businesses in that arena, and what we are doing and what we're making available to the community. That has been really a big highlight of what we've done. And the other thing that I'm really proud of what we've accomplished in the last 4 years is that our MBA program is literally grounded in businesses in our local community.
Oh, wow.
We partner with local global companies. We are currently partnering with Constellation Brands and Gorbel in Victor. And what we do is we take our courses that our MBA students are in, and we the company becomes a partner for a core course such as strategy or leadership. And so students do a deep dive into that company, and it becomes a great connection between our quite well-known graduate program, our MBA, and the community.
And this is all relatively new?
It's fairly new.
That's great.
Our revamped MBA includes corporate partnerships for all our courses and core courses in the MBA. And it's amazing how many of our businesses are local, global, headquartered. And
how many really big, powerful businesses are here, right?
Yeah. Correct. And we'd like to see more.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And is there an intersection between the family businesses and these corporate global businesses?
It's interesting because both the companies I mentioned, Gorbel is a family-owned business, happens to be a family-owned business, and also Constellation Brands.
Absolutely.
The Sands, that's how it all started, the Sands family.
Yep.
So every time you turn around, family businesses are staring in your face in our community, and the college and the School of Business could be a great resource.
That's wonderful. So you've got roughly how many students for the school? Because the School of Business is much more than the MBA program, of course, right? So give us a little sense of scale in terms of students and faculty.
We have nearly 700 undergraduate students in the School of Business, and in the MBA, about 120 students total.
That's a good size.
That we have enrolled. And so we have around 30 faculty full-time, tenured PhDs and such. and about 20 adjunct faculty that help us out as well, because we also need the people with practice and industry experience to come and teach our students. So our students get a good blend of practice and academic.
Yeah. And you have a beautiful campus, by the way. Just one of those things that I don't know if people realize it who live in the Rochester region, but oh my gosh, Fisher has one of the nicest. It's a very welcoming campus, not only very attractive, looks like it's easy to navigate, and it's just got a feel to it that everything sort of looks at everything else on that campus. I remember we did an event with you. Yeah, you guys were kind enough to host a really nice breakfast, and I think that might have been in the business building, right?
Close, yeah.
And we had this beautiful view of the entire campus, and there's just a way in which the campus relates to whoever designed that space did a really exceptional job. But let's talk a little bit about. I want to hear more.
Plug in for the space.
Course,
we recently have an addition to the School of Business. We got through donor funding a trading lab with Bloomberg terminals right up front as you walk into the business building.
Wow.
It's the Walter and Barbara Parks trading lab. Once again, a family-owned business, O'Connell's, owners of O'Connell.
Wow.
And connected to Vic Salerno. So the family, Walter and Barbara, endowed that trading lab, and we have Bloomberg terminals, which we're so excited about, that this technology will make our students, particularly our finance graduates, Wall Street ready.
Nice. So that's what the training is?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's incorporated into the curriculum. And there is no honeymoon period when these kids go out and work in the finance world.
Yeah, you got to perform.
It's very impressive. Students of all the people are very excited.
Oh, I bet.
Faculty are excited, and we are able to deliver even a much higher quality education with this technology. And so we're very excited about that for the future.
That is, I can see why. That's fantastic. So and that's not even the deep dive I wanted to get back to, right? Because you're talking about the fact that you're partnering more and more with these local global companies, many of which are family-owned businesses, and really having them play a pivotal role in different MBA courses that you were talking about, right? And so when you're talking about a deep dive, is it an internship or is it that the company is playing a role in the curriculum? How is that?
So the company becomes a case
for
the students, and then the students go and solve a problem for the company at their location. So the company hosts our MBA students, the whole class, once or twice that semester, and lectures by company executives happen there at the company location. And depending on the company, they give them a case or a problem to solve. In the case of Constellation Brands, our MBA students worked on Canopy, their acquisition of Canopy, the company, and it was very, very interesting as the case developed, and that our faculty and students were able to relate what they learned in terms of theory and concepts in application with our own local companies.
What a great program.
It distinguishes our MBA much from so many others.
I would think so. Yeah, this really gives you, this is the distinguishing factor for sure. And how nice to be building relationships with these local global companies before one graduates. I would think that the students are really appreciating that as well.
And I also want to say that we want to invite other companies if they're interested in partnering with us, and we could do that. We'd love to partner with more companies, but we also want to give back. And we have something that we recently started called the Community Education Partner Program.
Very cool.
For our MBA as well as other graduate programs in the School of Arts and Sciences and School of Education. And what this is we'll provide a 20% tuition discount to select employees of companies and organizations who enroll in graduate programs in the college's School of Arts and Sciences, Business, which is the MBA, and the School of Education. So please contact us if there are companies that would like to explore or think about this for their own employees, we'd love to talk to them about this new partnership, because we'd like to give back to our community and incentivize our companies to send their employees to our MBA program, which is in the top 100 of U.S. News, and so in your very own backyard.
Congratulations. That's a big deal. That's the place. Place you want to be. So in case you're just joining us, you're listening to Business Voice, a program of the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce, sponsored by Bartolomeo and Perotto Funeral Home. I'm Sarah Lentini, and I'm delighted to be here with Dr. Rama Yelkur, who is the Dean and Professor of Marketing for the School of Business for St. John Fisher College. I know your title's got a few more things in it, but I'm trying to keep it a little bit focused. And she's been telling us about all the great new initiatives that she's been rolling out at the School of Business at Fisher. And, one of the things that that sounds really great is that you guys are anxious to make even more connections with different businesses in the community that might want to partner up with Fisher for a variety of reasons. So if somebody wants to reach you, how do they do that? Do they call you? Is there a web address, an email?
It's sjfc.edu and School of Business. If you Google that, or you can contact me directly. That would be the easiest. Rama Yelkur, and it's RYELKUR at sjfc.edu, and I'm the Dean of the School of Business, and I'll direct you to the right person. I'll be the one point of contact if you need more information.
Yep. And, of course, you are also, I should have said to begin with, you guys are wonderful members of the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce. Thank you very much. And so you're also always findable on the Greece Chamber's website on our membership directory at greecechamber.org. And, one of the things we mentioned that you hosted a wonderful networking event for us a couple of years ago. And one of the things that you're going to be doing for us coming up at the end of January is you're going to be one of our featured speakers at the Chamber's annual Business and Education Luncheon, which this year is going to be happening on January 30th at Ridgemont Country Club, which is a great venue. So a wonderful lunch and wonderful speakers, you chief among them. The other two speakers, one is Michael Mariani from Bryant Stratton College. He's campus director of the Greece College. And then the other is going to be Kathleen Groutman, who is the superintendent of the Greece Central School District. She's got a very big district, as you know, that she's been managing. And we're very excited to be hearing from all of you, and people can hear already how you have plenty to talk about when it comes to the intersection between business and education. You're sort of a perfect person to be speaking. So thank you so very much. And if people are interested in buying tickets to the lunch and coming to hear Dr. Yelkur and our other wonderful presenters, you can do that by going to the Chamber's website, which is greecechamber.org, greecechamber.org, and of course Dr. Rama Yelkur, her email address is ryelkur, which is RYELKUR, correct, at SJFC.edu, because it's a university. I had more trouble with the St. John Fisher than I did with your name. Isn't that pretty funny? So she's very interested in doing even more partnering with the business community. But before I let you go, I want to talk about something that I learned about you kind of by accident that I thought was so cool. And one of these days, this luncheon won't be the place, but one of these days I'd love to have you come and talk to the Chamber membership and the community as a whole about this part of your background, because you're an expert, right? My memory is correct in basically what am I going to call it? Football and football advertising,
Super
correct?
Bowl advertising.
Super Bowl advertising.
And
there you go.
Anything to do with it. Yes.
And you're a national expert, right? Tell us a little about this.
Well, I've studied Super Bowl ads for more than 20 years. And more importantly, I like to partner with my colleagues and students to watch these ads, analyze them, code them, predict what's going to happen, and also look at trends as well as effectiveness. People will ask me, so what if an ad is liked? It's very likable and very popular, but is it effective? So we've done all of that. Like, what are the financial returns for companies? What types of companies should be using this medium for $5 million for 30 seconds of airtime?
Oh, wow.
And so
is that all it costs? I knew it was expensive, but now you've really put a number on it. Wow.
Yes. And so I get a lot of calls. This is a busy time for me. Get a lot of calls from a lot of people asking about what they should do, media buyers, ad agencies, companies. They're in a mode of panic right now. And you're going to see, as always, a lot of movie trailers. Also paying $5 million for 30 seconds. But mind you, they don't have production costs.
Okay. So it's a bargain.
It's a bargain for them. So I'd love to come back and talk to you more about just that, which could take up a whole show. So thank you for asking. It's one of the things I'm very passionate about, particularly if I can engage and also educate young people through my research. Yeah.
And what a great niche. And I don't know anybody else who has this expertise. And I know that you're called on repeatedly by the media, the national media, to speak to this point. So we're kind of proud that you were able to talk a little bit here on Business Voice.
I'm also an NFL fan, and so sorry about the Bills. They came a long way. I do have other teams that I root for and waiting for them as well.
Yeah, that's nice of you. Thank you. I think I often wear a Bills hat, but right now I'm feeling a little bit sorry. I'm feeling a little bit sad, but I'll still wear it proudly. So if you are just joining us, first of all, you're listening to Business Voice, a program of the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce, sponsored by Bartolomeo and Perotto Funeral Home. I'm Sarah Lentini, President and CEO of the Greece Regional Chamber, and delighted to have been spending a few minutes here with Dr. Rama Yelkur, who is the Dean, as well as a Professor of Marketing for the St. John Fisher College School of Business, which is, of course, very important in the community and especially important to those of us who are in the business realm, such as those of us at the Chamber. She is going to be speaking. She's one of a select group of featured speakers for the Chamber's Business and Education Luncheon on January 30th. It's a luncheon. I think we've got a little bit of networking from 11:30 to noon, but the luncheon program kicks off at noon at Ridgemont Country Club, and it's a chamber event, a Greece Regional Chamber event. Anybody who might be interested in attending can get tickets by visiting our website at greecechamber.org, O-R-G. That's greecechamber.org, or calling the Chamber, of course, at 227-7272. Dr. Yelkur, I am so delighted that you've been able to join us and share a little bit about what you're doing. And what you're doing sounds amazing, by the way, in a mere short years. Congratulations.
It's an honor to be here. Thank you for having me.
You're very, very welcome. All right. Don't go away. Stick around. We're going to be right back with my next guests. And we've got several more to go for this show, so don't go anywhere.
The loss of a loved one can be an overwhelming time of hectic activity and high emotion. Remembering and celebrating the lives of those who have passed is important and fulfilling. A meaningful farewell, focusing on their life story, can help with healing. Some families turn to the clergy at their church to capture the essence of a person's life. However, those who may not be connected with the church may worry there is no one to fulfill this important role. At Bartolomeo and Perotto, we believe that a life remembered lives on. One of our trained funeral celebrants can help you thoughtfully design and organize your loved one's treasured memories and ensure that the story of their life is not forgotten. Discover how you can create a meaningful farewell. Visit Bartolomeo.com or call us today at 585-720-6000.
Platinum Business Brokerage helps small business owners just like you figure out where they're going and how to best exit their business. We have qualified buyers calling us constantly to buy businesses just like yours. We will give you a full 2-hour meeting to discuss strategies and also give you a free business valuation, a $1,700 value. You can reach us at 585-458-4250. That's 585-458-4250. Or on the web at pbbny.com. That's pbbny.com.
Depositing your money with Genesee Regional Bank helps strengthen the local community. That's because GRB lends its deposits to local businesses and individuals so they can grow and prosper. From your favorite bakery to your family dentist to the technology company where your neighbor works, to helping families buy a home. That keeps Rochester rock solid. Become a GRB client today. Genesee Regional Bank. Community banking, community building.
Visit grbbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 417491.
If you're looking to market and grow your business, make new business connections, and give back to the community in a meaningful way, consider joining the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce. We're the largest suburban chamber in Monroe County, and we offer networking, education, marketing, insurance, and advocacy. You do not need to live or work in Greece to join. Our members come from throughout the region. In short, we're better together, and together, we're moving business forward. Visit greecechamber.org or call 585-227-7272 to join today.
More power, more coverage, more truth. Bigger FM 92.1 WYSL.
Welcome back. You're listening to Business Voice, a program of the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce, sponsored by Bartolomeo and Perotto Funeral Home. I'm Sarah Lentini, president of the Greece Regional Chamber. I'm delighted to welcome my next guest, Rob Kopacz. He's market director of career services and athletics at Bryant Stratton College in both Greece and Henrietta. So you cover both campuses, right?
Yes,
Rob?
Sarah, that's correct. Yeah,
wonderful.
No, it's been fun. Been there for just over a year now, and got a great team to work with out there. So it's been a good transition.
So career services and athletics?
Correct. Yeah.
They're not necessarily things you'd put together normally,
You'd
or
be
are
surprised,
they?
but they are.
Okay.
If you think about it, if we look at Bryant Stratton, I mean, we're a career-focused college, and we've recently just got into the athletic world.
That's right. You just started was it a basketball program?
We did. We started
right?
a basketball program. We had a men's team last year, and we started a women's team this year.
Oh, I didn't know that part.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So, which is really exciting. Our women's team's playing very well. Our men are very competitive. We play our games out in Victor at the Pinnacle Athletic Complex.
Nice.
It's been a fun year.
Do you have names for the? Is it like one team name? Do the women and the men both get a name? What's the name of the team?
We're the Bobcats.
The Bobcats.
Yeah, we're the Bobcats.
Wonderful.
And
you probably knew that, Bob.
Yeah, no, it's a great opportunity. We compete in the United States Athletic Association,
That's
which
great.
allows our kids to play Division I sports and makes them eligible for scholarship money. Which is really good for a number of our student athletes who may not have the means or opportunities to play at other schools. It gives them an opportunity to, enjoy the activities that they enjoy, as well as get an education, which is really the important part.
Yeah, and of course it builds, it's team building, it builds relationships and networks. It's a whole other way of networking. Chambers are all about networking, but, sports are a whole other way of networking as well.
No, it is. And then, again, speaking of networking, we had to do a lot of networking in building our program and, reaching out and attracting athletes and finding facilities to play in and, all the ancillaries that go with it, uniforms and equipment and busing. And, so we work with a lot of various partners in the community. So that's where my role, as a for
on the
athletics,
athletic side,
athletic side is, building those community relations. So it's been a good year for our basketball program. And, we are now moving on to soccer.
Oh, wow. Have you always had soccer?
We have not.
It's also new.
It is also new. We're starting a men's program starting in September. We've hired Doug Miller, Rochester soccer legend.
That's awesome.
Doug Miller,
Congratulations.
to be our
That's
head
awesome.
coach. And Doug's been great. He's done a lot in the community with his Lancers program. With his facility out there in Greece on Ridge Road. And it's going to be a great facility for our student athletes to train and develop their soccer skills under some great leadership under Doug.
Wow.
So, which is really cool,
It sure is. That's a very exciting news. I mean, you've already been doing a lot on the sports side with the basketball. I can't believe you're rolling this out as well.
Yeah,
wow.
rolling into soccer. And Doug's actually going to be hosting a ID camp in February 21st.
Did you say an ID?
ID camp. It's a soccer ID. It's an opportunity for student athletes to come out and have their skills on display for Doug and check out the college, learn about our programs, learn about Doug's soccer program, Doug to learn about them, and for the right student athletes, as I mentioned, there's scholarship money available for athletics, and if you're a high school student and you have good grades, you can really do well between receiving athletic scholarships as well as academic scholarships.
And you guys will help them navigate all that, right?
Absolutely.
That's wonderful. Is that part of your job, actually?
It is. From our career services standpoint, we'll help them identify the programming that's best for them, and then once they get into their actual studies, they'll work closely assisted with our career services team in developing their resume preparation, their interviewing skills, their community outreach, their social media habits. We help them hone those skills as they become a student as well as an athlete.
That's wonderful. Yeah, you guys are such wonderful community partners and participants. Just sort of want to mention, not only are you longstanding premium members of the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce, which we really appreciate, but you typically sponsor lots of great events that we're involved with as well. Some of our initiatives having to do with kids, and I just want to give a special shout out to you guys for serving as the venue, because for our 2020 Youth Hall of Fame, you're going to be the host venue and a sponsor, and that's I think that's going to be great. That's an event where for close to 30 years now we're recognizing juniors and seniors from area schools.
Correct.
And it's not just an academic recognition. It's really actually more about young people who have perhaps dealt with some challenges and obstacles and overcome them, and they're usually quite strong in a variety of areas, and they're very much about being of good moral character as well. So we're delighted that you're going to be partnering with us on that, and you're helping to make that already it's helping to make the event a great success. And then I'd be remiss if I didn't bring up that you're campus director for the Greece campus, Michael Mariani. I have his title correct,
yes,
don't I?
Correct. Yep,
that he's going to be speaking at the Chamber's upcoming Business and Education Luncheon on January 30th.
He is, yes.
So it's a luncheon. So, it's I think 11:30 to noon. We're doing a little bit of mixing and mingling, and then noon is when the luncheon program kicks off. It's at Ridgemont Country Club, January 30th, and anybody interested in hearing Mike talk, about the college and all the intersections between business and education that you guys so beautifully represent, can purchase tickets at greecechamber.org. It's open to the general public. You don't have to be a chamber member in order to attend. So
that's a great event.
Thanks. Yeah. So tell me a little bit more about the career service side. The athletic side sounds amazing.
Yeah, no, it is
so on
exciting.
the career service side, are you connecting to area high schools? And then you guys are, you're not just, I don't know if people realize that Bryant Stratton is not only are you not just in Greece, you're not just in Rochester, and you're not just in New York State. Is that correct?
That's
just
correct.
To give a little bit of history.
No, absolutely. Just a little background. Bryant Stratton was founded in 1854 out of Buffalo, New York. We're actually celebrating our 166th anniversary this year.
Congratulations.
We're the longest proprietary college in the country,
wow.
Which is really, really pretty impressive.
Very impressive.
Again, to make your way and be successful for that amount of time is a testament to our leadership and what our college stands for.
Yep.
And it's really trying to, provide outcomes for individuals to make their lives better. And, it's something that I think I've really come to appreciate at my time there.
Yep.
You had mentioned that we're not just in Rochester. We do have 20 campuses in New York, Ohio, Virginia, Wisconsin, and we're also online. So, again, we do have a pretty expansive footprint.
Yeah, you do.
On the East Coast here. And, we're Middle States regionally accredited. Offering diploma, associate degrees, as well as bachelor degree programs. So I think there's, as the college has evolved,
yep.
You are seeing us get more involved. To your point earlier, athletics. We're traditional high school students are all looking at Bryant Stratton and making it a viable option for them, just because of what we offer. Our small, personalized attention is something that I think is very unique. Our career guidance and support that we provide through our career services department, I think, is very helpful to a lot of individuals. As a student, we'll require our students to complete internships, to go out in the community and, find opportunities as an intern, which is only going to help them find opportunities as graduates, building those relationships. And we help them, build and nurture those relationships.
That's so pivotal. I mean, if you're, it's one thing to get a college education, but if you're not being helped to make that next step possible.
Yeah.
So that's a wonderful thing that you're offering.
It's been interesting. I have 3 boys of my own. My oldest is in college right now. And I've been able to experience personally some of the challenges and opportunities that he has had. And, it's not a right fit for everyone. But it's the right fit for someone. It's just trying to find, what school is right for you. And I think Bryant Stratton offers a lot to a lot of individuals if they just, expose themselves to it. And that's what we do, to your point earlier about opening up our campus, being a community partner. We feel that we are part of the Greece community, we are part of the Henrietta community, and we actively go on out and support community groups and open up our doors to those community groups to come in and utilize our facilities. We this past weekend, we hosted an e-gaming tournament at our Greece campus.
Cool.
We had partnered with Chris Williams from A Gamer's Nostalgia, who's run an e-gaming business in the Rochester community here, and he's been using our facility to bring in his members on campus to utilize our space, but also expose them to the opportunities that Bryant Stratton offers. And that's something we're going to look to get into come next year as well, is e-gaming. So another
amazing adventure.
Another adventure. And,
That's right.
And again, it's just providing educational opportunities for individuals where they can enjoy their passions and their activities to continue those beyond high school and beyond.
It all sounds amazing. We've got to have you back to talk about the e-gaming because, oh my gosh. And before I let you go, Rob, if somebody wants to connect with you, to get some assistance, in terms of career services, including athletics, obviously, how would they reach you?
No, I think this is a great time. We do have classes starting in January, obviously January 15th. So there's still time to check out either our Greece or Henrietta campus. I'm there between one of the campus almost every day.
Okay.
You can reach us at 585-720-0660. Or you can go online at bryantstratton.edu.
Awesome. Rob Kopacz, Market Director of Career Services and Athletics for Bryant Stratton College. Thank you so much for being here today on Business Voice.
Thank you, Sarah. It's been a pleasure, and I look forward to seeing you later this month.
Hopefully, January 30th.
January 30th, that's right. Sounds good.
Sounds great. Okay. All right, stick around. We're going to be right back with my next guest, so don't turn that dial.
WYSL Avon Rochester.
Get all the advantages when you shop at PetSaver.
Like our do-it-yourself pet wash for just $9.99 every day. We supply all the shampoo, towels, tubs, and water. And we clean up after you, too.
The PetSaver-friendly staff helps you protect your pet from fleas and ticks with simple, safe, economical, and vet-recommended protection.
We are here 7 days a week in person to help you find only the best pet food, treats, toys, and more.
Can't get that online.
Remember, every time you shop at PetSaver, you are helping to feed our local shelter pets.
Do your community and your pet a big favor.
Shop at PetSaver!
The Love Your Pet More store.
PetSaver Healthy Pet Superstore.
In Greece, Monroe Ave in Brighton, Webster, and in Victor next to Party City, across from Eastview Mall.
RadiantHIre Solutions is igniting growth in the Rochester and Buffalo areas for manufacturing, healthcare, legal firms, and industries small and large. They help companies hire and retain their top employees while increasing revenue so they can stay focused on their core business. Having difficulty finding and retaining top performers for your industry? Give them a call. They work with all types of positions, from manufacturing and executive level to technical and healthcare and everything in between. Their onboarding programs have helped all types of businesses retain their top employees. Or perhaps you need a partner to meet your sales needs without the ramp-up time and turnover of an in-house team. Schedule a free consultation to see how outsourcing sales can benefit your business. They also offer exclusive discounts and special consideration for Grease Chamber members. Where does your business need more support? Give us a call, and we'll be with you every step of the way. Visit RadiantHIreSolutions.com or call 585-734-3905.
AVO Resource Solutions, LLC offers non-medical private personal care for seniors, adults, and children with varying levels of functioning ability and needs, including in-home personal care, household chores, transportation, and companion service at any time of day. The hands-on care provided by AVO's teams of professional, certified, reliable, trustworthy, and well-trained in-home aides allows family members to experience a better quality of life and to live independently in the comfort of their own homes. Call Linda at 585-764-8516 or visit AVOResourceSolutionsLLC.com.
Feel the power of liberty with new, bigger FM 92.1 WYSL.
Welcome back. You're listening to Business Voice, a program of the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce, sponsored by Bartolomeo and Perotto Funeral Home. I'm Sarah Lentini, President and CEO of the Chamber, and your host. And I am delighted to welcome my next guest, Dara Rennert, who is a commercial real estate agent with Keller Williams, and is really here today to speak to us about a great new restaurant that is opening in Greece at the mall at Greece Ridge. And she's been intimately involved with the development and the location of this restaurant at the mall, and it's called King Crab. Welcome, Dara.
Why, thank you so much.
It's great to have you on the show. So first of all, let's start with the fact that you're with Keller Williams and you're a commercial real estate agent. You've been doing that a long time?
Just about 9 years, yeah.
Oh, that's a fairly long time. Yeah, absolutely. And so tell us a little bit about how you got involved with King Crab.
So King Crab came to me because they had their first location here in Rochester, and they were looking to expand. And what they were finding was not on the open market. And we had to really delve deep into working relationships that we had to find the perfect location for them on the west side.
So you're the ones, Keller Williams, that found them the location right at the mall at Greece Ridge, right?
Absolutely.
Which is a great location. And we're so excited. You know, as it happens, the Greece Regional Chamber is right across the street from King Crab's new location. And we're so happy to have a new restaurant there. And they're right along Restaurant Row. There are a whole bunch of restaurants right there. It's really, it's the place to think of when you want to think about lunch, right?
It
in
is.
Greece?
Absolutely.
Right. And King Crab, I think, tells us that they have some seafood there, maybe?
Yes, all seafood-based.
Okay, all seafood-based. Mm-hmm. And so for people that maybe have to think for a minute, seafood means not just crab, but
lobster, shrimp. They have a whole proprietary menu.
Wow.
They have 10 locations in 5 different states, and we're always looking to expand. It's really very popular food, and the atmosphere is very family-friendly. So we encourage people with kids to feel comfortable to go on in, and corporate parties.
Yeah, and it's a beautiful place with 2 wonderful murals. I was there recently, and the murals are amazing. I don't know who the artist was, and I don't know if you even know who the artist was, but these huge whole wall murals of, the ocean. So they're really charming, full-color murals. And then, of course, the location's a great one because parking's right outside the door, and everybody knows where the mall at Greece Ridge is. But seafood's kind of a popular thing, too, and that's really the specialty. Now, I knew there were multiple restaurants. I didn't quite know until just today that there were 10. And the owners are Mr. Ooh and Mr. Ooh, correct?
Correct.
And then, of course, is she the manager for the store here in Greece? Is it Jenny Ooh?
Jenny, yes.
So they're really the leadership team behind this great new restaurant that we've got in town, right?
They are, and they're really looking forward to being a part of the community and creating some local jobs, kind of expanding into their local market in Greece, and really seeing what they can do to help organizations fundraise and host events, so on and so forth. So if you're in the area, please stop on in, grab Jenny, and
enjoy some crab.
Yes.
Enjoy some crab. In fact, when I was in there, I saw a family looking like they were really enjoying some seafood. It's seafood, especially crab, isn't something that you got to kind of get involved, right? You got to kind of relax, get involved, get what are they? You kind of use a nutcracker, don't you? I guess it's a seafood cracker of some kind, but I mean, you have to. It's kind of a participatory meal. I kind of like that about it.
It is, and from what I've seen, they provide the gloves and the bib for you, so
nice.
You stay clean.
Very nice. You got to have the bib. So, Dara, as we're looking at the future, did you mention that this is they have other locations? Is the one that's just opened in Greece of King Crab, is that the only one in this region, or are there others?
Well, King Crab and Juicy Seafood are same ownership.
Okay.
So they have the original one, which opened in 2018 on Winton Road.
Okay.
Conveniently located right down the street from my office.
Okay.
And then this is the west side location at the Greece Ridge Mall. Couple of Buffalo ones that have opened last month.
That's great. Yeah, I thought I saw that online, actually. Very cool.
Yeah,
okay.
Growing in Virginia, Maryland, Boston. So
wow, that's quite the footprint.
Yes,
wow. So they're taking the country by storm, I think, right?
They are.
And it's not a franchise, right? These are all truly owned by the Ooze.
Right. These are chains, and it's, again, it goes back to their proprietary sauce and process that has really, I want to say, captivated the seafood community.
So you got to try it.
You've got to go.
Because it's special.
You've got to go.
It's special, and there's a reason that it's a secret sauce.
Yes, held very, very secret.
Got it. Wonderful. So, Dara, if people wanted to check out the menu or the restaurant, is there a website?
There is a website, and there's a Facebook page and Google page, and again, I think the best experience is just stopping on in.
Okay,
See
wonderful.
the place and the hand-painted murals for yourself.
Awesome. And we're also delighted that King Crab is now a member. We're proud that King Crab is a member of the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce. So you can also always find their contact information on our member directory at greecechamber.org. That's greecechamber.org. Dara Rennert, commercial real estate agent. Keller Williams, remember her name. But more importantly, remember also King Crab at the mall at Grease Ridge. Stop on by and check out what makes them so very special and growing across the country. Dara, thank you so much for joining us today on Business Voice.
Thank you for having me, and thanks for all you do.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you. All right, stick around. We have one more guest, so don't go away. We'll be right back.
The loss of a loved one can be an overwhelming time of hectic activity and high emotion. Remembering and celebrating the lives of those who have passed is important and fulfilling. A meaningful farewell, focusing on their life story, can help with healing. Some families turn to the clergy at their church to capture the essence of a person's life. However, those who may not be connected with the church may worry there is no one to fulfill this important role. At Bartolomeo and Perotto, we believe that a life remembered lives on. One of our trained funeral celebrants can help you thoughtfully design and organize your loved one's treasured memories and ensure that the story of their life is not forgotten. Discover how you can create a meaningful farewell. Visit Bartolomeo.com or call us today at 585-720-6000.
If you're looking to market and grow your business, make new business connections, and give back to the community in a meaningful way, consider joining the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce. We're the largest suburban chamber in Monroe County, and we offer networking, education, marketing, insurance, and advocacy. You do not need to live or work in Greece to join. Our members come from throughout the region. In short, we're better together, and together, we're moving business forward. Visit greecechamber.org or call 585-227-7272 to join today.
Yeti to Work is Rochester's talent acquisition partner based right in Greece, New York. We offer full-service recruitment functions for businesses of all sizes and all roles, from IT to manufacturing to sales and everything in between. We also offer exclusive discounts and benefits for members of the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce. If you're having a tough time finding employees, give us a call. We'll help you through the process and find that next great hire. Visit YetiToWork.com or call 585-434-2974.
The one media outlet you can count on. The voice of liberty. The WYSL stations.
Welcome back. You're listening to Business Voice, a program of the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce, sponsored by Bartolomeo and Perotto Funeral Home. I'm Sarah Lentini, president of the Chamber and your host, and I'm delighted to welcome my next guest, Jeff DeWilde. Jeff is a master instructor and manager at Master Kim's Taekwondo Institute right on Westridge Road in Rochester. And even more importantly, he is the 2019 Microenterprise of the Year. Welcome, Jeff.
Thank you very much for having me, Sarah. I appreciate it.
Wonderful. Now, you, I know, are an incredibly hardworking business person, and then I know that you're working with young people and you have a lot of heart and passion. Tell us about Master Kim's. What do you offer to the community and to young people? And I just want to say, all of us at the Chamber were so impressed with what you do and how you do it.
Oh, thank you so much. We obviously we're a martial arts school, so we teach, the physical part. It's great exercise for children up to adults. We classify ourselves as a character building martial arts program.
Nice.
So we really focus on teaching discipline, respect, and, life skills to students. So that's our main thing. And we always teach the students to be involved in the community and better themselves through Taekwondo.
So it's about much more than just learning that particular discipline from a narrow perspective, it's really about character development, which I think is very, very cool. And so how did you get involved with martial arts in the first place yourself?
When I was about 11, I started, and I was never really into sports as a kid. I think I played soccer when I was in kindergarten and pretty much cried at every practice and never wanted to go back, and then didn't do any sports. And then I just mentioned to my parents, maybe I'd try martial arts. A couple friends, I think, did karate or something like that. And then it just so happened that Master Kim's had just opened in Penfield. A couple weeks before I said that, went down and tried it out, and that was it.
You were hooked.
Exactly, yeah. 27 years later, and still
now
here.
You're giving away your age and everything. It's very exciting. So, what made it so appealing to you right off the bat? Or do you know? Have you thought about that?
No, I mean, I think it was just, I always tell the parents it's something when I went down, my father actually took me down, and Master Kim at the time, who's Grandmaster Kim now.
There really is a Master Kim, by the way. Yes, okay.
Absolutely. There's actually there's Grandmaster Kim Senior who started everything.
Okay.
And he's just about to turn 80 years old, and he still actually has an office at our Greece location.
Really?
There 5 days a week and seeing all the students and everything.
Oh, how cool is that?
Yes, and his son now runs the business, and he's also Grandmaster Kim now. So it's very cool. It's a family business. And when I started, he actually kind of asked my father, like, why don't you try it? So my father and I started together, which made it a little more special. My mom and my brother came into it.
Oh, wow.
And my brother was an instructor with me. My mom ran our after-school program. So it's kind of a family business for me as well,
It
too.
certainly is. What a great family you have, too.
Absolutely.
Right? I mean, that just speaks volumes about how much they wanted to get involved in something that you loved. I assume that was, to support you initially, right?
Yes. I think when my father brought me down, he was just assuming I would do it, and then he got in with me, and my father's still there and trains, and one of our judges and everything. So
that's fantastic.
Absolutely.
So it's a family-owned business within a family-owned business. I love it.
Yes.
I love it. And you've been there, did you say, you've been hooked for, you said, like 26 years, but how long have you been there, because that was originally not a profession for you,
correct?
Right? So how long have you been actually involved on the career side with this?
Well, I started actually taking classes in '93 and worked my way up to black belt. And when you're a black belt in our program, we kind of start to help out a little bit. You're expected to be a role model, an example. So I started helping out a little bit here and there with the events. I think '98 was when I was officially instructor and working a couple days after high school there. And then I just kept it up through college, basically was full-time and going to college, and then just became the career.
You just sort of happened naturally, almost organically, it sounds like.
Absolutely,
right?
I would say that, yes.
Yeah. And talk to us a little bit about Taekwondo, because there are lots of different martial arts. I don't know if the listening audience is up on what distinguishes Taekwondo from other martial arts, and then we can talk a little bit about the difference between being able to defend yourself and aggression, because they're really very different, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's actually a really common question. A lot of times when parents even call us for information, they will just say karate or whatever, and they just, they're not sure. As far as the style goes, Taekwondo is a Korean martial art, where karate is a Japanese martial art. So we get a lot of the Korean culture where a lot of the respect and kind of the family values come from. It's an Olympic sport, which judo is the only other martial art that's in the Olympics.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, karate will be a demonstration sport, but it's not official yet. So Taekwondo has been officially a sport since 2000. 88, it made its debut as a demonstration sport. And it's practiced by about 80 million people in 210 countries right now. So right now, I believe it is the most popular martial art.
Really?
So it's definitely a huge organization. If say our black belt certification we get, you can go anywhere in the world with that and still practice the same style of Taekwondo we teach right here in Rochester. So it's very cool.
So have you traveled to other countries, or
not yet? I haven't had the chance yet. Our grandmaster actually just went to Korea to test for his 8th degree, and that's a test you have to take in Korea. So definitely down the road, that's something I'll be looking into for sure. Oh,
so that you do have some additional steps that you're trying to get to. There are additional levels still. You think of a black belt as the ultimate, but there's more.
It's funny and actually that's a kind of a big difference with Taekwondo and other martial arts. A lot of martial arts, it takes say maybe 10 years to get to the black belt, and black belt's kind of considered master level or knowing everything. We say black belt is mastery of the most basic skills. So black belt is kind of quick in Taekwondo, maybe 3 to 5 years.
Oh, wow.
But then when you get to black belt, there's so much more to do, and there's different levels, and you can get to master level and instructor, and there's always more to do and more to strive for.
Right. And now let's talk a little bit about that. It's a martial art. If you've watched a couple movies or been forced to, then you've seen a few fight scenes, and it might make you think that martial arts are really about aggression and about fighting. But I'm going to guess that you're going to tell me something different.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
We say obviously, it is self-defense, so we are teaching motions. That's where most martial arts come from, is kind of a self-defense background. But again, if we talk more about the character development, we always say the last thing we need is another person who knows how to kick and punch. If we can teach someone how to control themselves and control their mind and make smarter decisions, a lot of times they don't even need to use that physical part. We always say it's there just in case they need it, but hopefully they never have to actually use it. And a lot of our students learn by learning the motions, if they learn to kick and punch and break boards, and we do sparring where they go against each other, and they really learn how to control themselves because they see how strong they are, and they're like, I don't want to do that to another person unless I really have to. So it really teaches them to kind of selectively use it. And most of our students, are very disciplined where they don't get into fights and they're not hurting other people with it.
Yes. Yeah. So I imagine, because I heard right in there, control your mind, I imagine there are all sorts of additional positive benefits from getting involved in this. And by the way, if you're just joining us, you're listening to Business Voice, a program of the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce, sponsored by Bartolomeo and Perotto Funeral Home. I'm Sarah Lentini, President and CEO of the Greece Regional Chamber, and also your host. And I'm here talking with the Chamber's 2019 Microenterprise of the Year winner, Jeff DeWilde, who is obviously from Master Kim's Taekwondo Institute and is master instructor and manager at Master Kim's Taekwondo right on West Ridge Road. You're at 3042 West Ridge Road, as a matter of fact. And we can't let you leave without people knowing how to connect in case they want to sign up themselves or sign up their kids. But talk a little bit more about that. I mean, what are the additional benefits? I'm going to just guess that kids aren't just walking away doing well with Taekwondo. But if part of this is about discipline and controlling your mind and character development, are the young people that you're working with doing better in other parts of their lives? Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes, definitely. I mean, obviously just the physical parts, we always try and tie that in. Say if they're learning a form, the lesson is getting the physical motions down, but putting in the work and concentrating and, understanding that sometimes things are difficult and we have to work hard and meeting challenges. We actually have a student pledge every class. We say a black belt pledge, which says I will, meet all challenges and strive to rise above them. We also do outside activities. So like this month, we're doing a healthy habits challenge. Every day, our students have to eat healthy, limit electronics, and exercise, and they get a star patch. We do like an acts of kindness month where, the students say if they are opening doors for others, greeting other people. I always give the example, like a student drops their books in front of everyone instead of laughing or just walking by, you help them, that we do that every month. In general, they do their take-home sheets every month. So that is doing their chores at home, listening to their parents, getting good grades in school. They bring their report cards in to get a star patch. And, we've seen the students who grow up with it. We actually have a scholarship program. And, I mean, it's the 17, 18-year-olds we have are just the most focused, dedicated people. They're really good. People, it's great.
It's got to make you feel wonderful about what you do.
Yes, we just handed out $10,000 in scholarships in October, and the biggest award was $4,000, and it went to a young lady who we've known since she was 3 years old.
Oh my goodness!
And to see her grow up and to be one of our senior instructors, and getting ready to go to college, and just the way she speaks and carries herself. She even mentioned in her essay that, when she was a kid and she would see other kids playing and fooling around, she just didn't understand it. She had just grown up with the way we teach at Taekwondo and couldn't understand kids not listening and not showing respect. So it was just so great to hear that.
It really is. That's wonderful. So if I'm listening and I'm a parent or I'm a young person and I want to get involved with Master Kim's Taekwondo Institute, how do I go? How do I do that?
We have many ways. First, our website is just masterkims.com.
Okay.
You can always call me at the Greece location, 227-8000. We're all over social media, so we have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube channel, everything. You can just search Master Kim's, or MKTKD is kind of our hashtag. MKTKD Rock is our user handle for all of our social medias.
Okay. Master Kim's Taekwondo Institute, 3042 Westridge Road. And, of course, you're also Greece Regional Chamber members, and so people can also find you on our member directory at greecechamber.org. That's greecechamber.org. Just before I let you go, I want to say once again that we were so very impressed with all of the work that you do, Jeff. And I think at Master Kim's as part of it, and maybe even in some other parts of your life, you seem just devoted to young people, to helping them develop into really well-rounded, healthy, kind adults. So important. And we're exceptionally proud to have you affiliated with the Greece Regional Chamber. And I just want to say again, congratulations on being named. And we did this at the very end of 2019, right? And being named the 2019 Microenterprise of the Year. There were over 86 nominees. So you were
very proud of that.
It was a very, very competitive landscape, and we want to wish you all the very best and congratulate you, and hope that we can be there to support you as you continue to do great things. Jeff DeWilde, Master Instructor and Manager, Master Kim's Taekwondo Institute, 2019 Microenterprise of the Year winner. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. And thank you to the Greece Chamber for everything.
Oh, you're very, very welcome. That just about wraps it up for today's program. I'm Sarah Lentini, President and CEO of the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce, and you've been listening to Business Voice, a program of the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce sponsored by Bartolomeo and Perotto Funeral Home. We also have a number of great advertisers that also help to support the show, so please do listen and know how much we appreciate what they do. I want to thank my guests on today's show, starting with Dr. Rama Yelkur, who is Dean and Professor of Marketing for the School of Business at St. John Fisher College, Rob Kopacz, Market Director of Career Services and Athletics at Bryant Stratton College. And then we had Dara Rennert from Keller Williams, representing both Mr. Ooze and Jenny Ooh, the owners of King Crab, the new restaurant on Westridge Road in Greece, at the mall at Greece Ridge. We've got lots going on at the Greece Chamber. We always do. Check us out on the web at greecechamber.org. That's greecechamber.org. We have tons of events that are open to both members and non-members, so the general public is going to find lots to do and participate with as well. And I just want to give a final shout-out for our January 30th Business and Education Luncheon. That's our January 30th Business and Education Luncheon. It's at Ridgemont Country Club. You can buy tickets right online at greecechamber.org. And a couple of our guests from today's program are going to be featured speakers, so you don't want to miss it. Thank you so much, and we look forward to connecting with you on the next program of Business Voice.
You've been listening to Business Voice. The Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce serves businesses, nonprofits, and individuals throughout the region, focusing on promoting economic and community development and serving as the voice for business. The Chamber offers networking, education, advocacy, community events, and business services. It serves as an important platform for business leaders and citizens to come together in support of common goals.